Welcome back to the next episode, boys. Are you guys ready for some cheers and beers?
Dude, I'm so ready, dude. This is such a good episode, man. We're going to cover so many things. First, Sean, take it away. Let me hear what you got to say about it.
Yep. So the leaves are starting to change colors now. It's that time of year. It is fall.
And that time of year, it's fall. You got flannels. Shout out to Sean. Nice shirt. He planned ahead.
Don't forget your sweatshirt.
Yeah, you got the sweatshirt.
Hoodie season.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Dude, we got apples, man. Apple orchard, man. All the good, tasty stuff that we're going to talk about as well.
The treats.
Dude, the treats, the train.
Dude. The history lessons of apples.
Oh, true story.
And we actually have a twist because since we're doing like an apple theme, apple orchard, we actually got a twist for the beer review. I'm excited. I got
really
you guys.
excited.
Hey,
I can't wait to see that.
And I got a question. Do you guys know if apples were in the United States or did they come to the United States?
Ooh,
and when?
And when?
How about these apples?
So we got Granny Green Apple, Golden Apple.
Yep.
Honey Crisp.
Yes, U of M, baby. Shout out to U of M.
Yes,
Yes.
U of M right there. Jazz.
And what's the last one, Josh?
Red Delicious Apples.
Nice.
Dude.
The only one I don't really know, but I know I've had it because I can tell looking at it, is Jazz Apple. But I know all the other names.
I never knew the name.
But I definitely have had that.
Let me ask you a quick question. Will you say vote?
I'm so excited.
I was like, wait, did I hear that?
Pick the right words, Matt.
Check this out. When were apples first introduced to America?
Ooh.
Weren't they just already here?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
No.
What?
Someone brought them over. Do you have any idea when?
France.
Like, okay, France is a good guess. Do you have any time period? Like, are we talking like 2000? Are we talking about
I don't know, 86,
like Native Americans had
1986?
No, man.
No.
17th century. So around 1600, 1625 is when they came in from Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, apparently that's where apples originated, was Kazakhstan.
What?
And then just branched out from over there. That's what I read at least.
Wow,
so.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And George Washington told no lie, right?
I think he chopped a
But
cherry
didn't
tree.
he lie about?
He chopped a cherry tree.
Oh, that was.
Have you guys been to an apple orchard before?
Who hasn't?
I
But
was
honestly,
just there.
But at the same time, like, if you haven't, I understand because you probably have no friends.
Yeah.
I was by myself. I just was there on Saturday. I went to an apple orchard. I found an apple orchard, actually. I literally found an apple orchard.
Wow.
There was like probably over 20 trees. They're all the same apple.
20
But every
trees.
tree.
Sounds like a backyard.
What constitutes an orchard here?
Yeah.
20 trees?
Oh,
One
these
tree?
aren't these are massive. Like the biggest apple tree that I've ever seen in my life. I got pictures. But so I tried everyone. They're all the same apple.
Yeah.
But every tree tasted slightly different. There was just a slightest different taste. I tried 6 of them.
So six of
different
the
trees.
20 trees.
Yep.
Wow.
Where were you at?
Down in Iowa.
Oh, nice.
What kind of apples were they? Were they the Red Delicious ones? Honey Crisp?
Oh, these were
Were they crab
red.
apples? Nope.
crab apples. No, they were like they were all the same, but some trees produced like big ones, some were smaller. I do not have the name for them though.
Oh,
I was
so
by myself. I came across it.
Yep. So you're just wildly hunting apple trees. You came across 20 trees, and you're like, dude,
I was hunting apple trees.
This is an apple orchard here.
I was hunting apple trees, yeah. And I dubbed it apple orchard because there was like 20 trees.
Did you also chop down the tree
area.
with that flannel or no?
I tell no lies, so I did not. I don't got that much energy. All I had was an axe. Have you been to an apple orchard this year?
Sir.
This year?
No, this year, no. Sorry.
Okay.
My mistake.
Well, it's happening now.
But you
I'm
had
actually,
before?
Definitely been to one. The one I went to and most familiar with is back in Indiana. It was voted like #1 best apple orchard in Indiana. It's right on the Indiana-Chicago border.
Wow.
So it's maybe about 50 minutes or so, give or take.
Wow.
From Chicago, so you get a lot of that traffic. But dude, it's so big, very cool county line orchard. So shout out to them for making like so many great memories.
Yeah,
field trips as a kid.
Do you have like the corn mazes there,
Yeah,
or do you have like
absolutely.
the corn like patch of like how you like those kids have those little balls, the ball pit, but instead of a ball pit, it's a corn pit. So it's all the kernels.
No, I've never seen
you
that.
Just dive in.
What?
Yeah.
That's
They have them
crazy.
here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So we had the corn maze. I've never had the corn pit.
No,
I did the corn maze, never corn pit.
Yeah, they have some around here. Speaking of that, you talk about, you're #1. Minnesota has over 100 apple orchards, dude.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's some
actually
Minnesota
insane.
facts right there.
That's crazy.
That's so
Minnesota
wild.
facts.
Man, here's a Minnesota fact for you to blow your mind.
Let's
It's
go.
already blown.
Dude, all the good apples come from Minnesota because of the U of M. They have such a big farming program there.
Oh,
That
so many.
since 1878,
wow, fact.
28 apples have been created there.
Wow, so different varieties and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying earlier, because that's the Honeycrisp apple came
Yes.
from the U of M. Wow.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know when that was released into the commercial market?
No.
No.
1992 was when it hit commercial market, and then ever since then it's been blown up.
Yeah, that
For the
makes
hot-
sense.
it took-
Because I feel
remember
like I grew up
It
with
took a
them.
little bit of time, I think, and
Yeah.
then maybe like around early 2000s when it blew up, and
That
now
makes
everybody
sense.
knows Honeycrisp, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing about that specific apple, because I was looking up U of M stuff, of course. In 1960, I believe, is when they developed a patent for it.
Wow. So they have their own. patent.
So they had it for like 30 some years before it was actually released. It might have been 70s, but still 20 or 30 years of them developing it and making sure everything's fine before it gets actually on the market to consumers.
Dude, I love apples, man. That is so cool. That's some straight
Yeah.
facts there.
Every apple has a purpose. Because you got, I prefer a sour apple and like apple pie because
Yep.
all of it's so sweet. So I like
Like the real tart.
really tart. Yes.
Then I wonder. I've never had
That's
a
more
crab
like
apple.
the Granny Smith, right? The
So I've
green
never-
apples.
a little
You get
bit
the
more
more
sour,
sour.
more like off a random dude's tree in a yard.
Have you ever had? Those might be
a
crab
random
apples.
City. Not crab apples.
Those might be.
No.
They're very tart.
No, they're
you-
not crab apples.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You know those are real apples, right?
I do know. I grew up
Okay,
with crab
well,
apples.
you keep acting like I wasn't
grew up
sure.
with- I grew up with crab apples.
Well, I was just reading like they were the first like big the first big apples that were here. Like you couldn't eat them, of course, but they baked them into everything.
yeah.
They're really like
No, you can't
specifically
eat them.
crab
They're
apples
like-
are really good for
Just really tart
jams and
and
stuff.
hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you don't have candy money and you can't get Sour Patch, you get you eat a crab apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they used to be down at the park. There's like 10 or 15
Dude, one of my
them.
favorite things is apple pie, man.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Love
Apple
apple pie,
pie.
especially like a homemade, like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
We would be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to Tom Brown. He's a chemical engineer, former chemical engineer, who was basically tasked with his own ideology. He wanted to save a bunch of apples, and he alone has preserved over 1,200 apple lines. Like
Dude,
just like whatever he has done, going around the country, finding seeds, going on
Wow.
we'll say missions to find like these lost apple trees and
wow.
bringing those back. And he's preserved like,
That is
1,200 apples
so
specifically.
cool. What a great dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
He was
amazing.
doing, I don't remember how long. I don't remember everything, of course, but
Yeah.
yeah. How crazy is that? 1,200 apples.
That's
that
crazy.
This one man has preserved and
That's
passed.
crazy.
It's just like
Dude,
I'm gonna make
how-
sure apples
Dude.
keep going on for the future.
I've seen
Yeah.
all the pictures of like all their fruits and vegetables. They don't
Oh
even
my
look the
gosh.
same.
Isn't
Like,
it the weirdest thing when you go
Yeah.
look at old pictures of just fruits and vegetables from what they were to what they are today because of all the genetically modifications that
Yeah.
have
yeah.
happened,
Yeah.
and everyone just splicing it.
Dude,
It's so
here's
cool,
one
like,
we've
weird and
seen
cool.
in
Like,
our
it's
life.
neat.
Like I was thinking about this one after like seeing all those photos of how much it's changed. But what we've seen in our life is I remember as a kid always spitting out seeds of the watermelon, and then like probably like
Maybe an apple.
maybe I remember probably when I was like 10 years old. You did have the option then. You could get
seedless
Right.
or
watermelon.
seedless.
Yeah.
Now is it just seedless? Do
No,
you
they have seeds. They have
think
seeds.
they're
This
still
is not
seeds.
like the black ones you see.
You
normally,
like
the
never
white
see
ones.
them though.
Yeah. You know,
It's crazy.
it's funny you say that because it's like when I was younger, I would be so petrified because my parents would be like, if you eat a seed, the watermelon's going to grow in your stomach.
Hey, it will.
Yeah.
That's the
It
story,
will.
and it's
It
real.
will.
That's
I know a
real.
guy.
It's
Did
real.
you
I know a
guys
guy.
when you were younger ever hear that story when you were a kid?
Always.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
Dude, and probably the younger generation's not scarred anymore because no one says that.
Because they don't have to eat the seeds. They don't have the
They
seeds.
look up their phone when they're 8 years old, like, oh, that's false. I was like, dude, if I ate a seed one time, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Watermelon's gonna grow out of me.
Yeah.
That's
Or if
gonna
you
happen.
swallow your gum is gonna be in your stomach
Yeah.
for 7 years.
7 years.
Wasn't it like silly cartoon like Rugrats or something where actual seed went into like one of their bodies and then like almost sprouted but didn't, of course. But I don't remember Rugrats.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
the
but I
stuff
feel like-
you
I
would
think
hear
it's
when you're
Rugrats.
younger.
I feel like it was
yeah.
Rugrats.
Yeah. That stuff.
But there was a dude, this is an actual story, where he happened to inhale a seed. So the seed is in his
Oh.
lung.
Oh,
And then
wow.
I can't remember if it was what kind of tree it was, but it did sprout in his lung and had to get it surgically removed.
I saw that.
Wait, that wasn't an apple.
Crazy. It wasn't an apple seed or a watermelon seed.
Yeah, it was some type of seed though.
I do remember that.
Regardless, yeah.
Something were like
the perfect conditions.
Yeah.
But it's only because he happened to inhale it.
Yeah.
It would never grow in your stomach. Your stomach's full of acid.
Your stomach acid, yeah.
No.
Dumb little kids believing that a tree can grow in your stomach.
Yeah, you tell them how
much
you feel
acid's
about
in there?
kids. Yeah, it was a fire tree, not that apple seed. Is fire tree. Can't believe
What do
a
you
tree's
think that was?
growing.
What do you think that was doing to him, real quick, before we go on? But I just want to. What do you guys think?
Severe pain.
Like, what do you?
Hard
Yeah,
breathing.
man.
It looks like the doctors thought it was a tumor. Who would have thought it was a tree?
Well, it's halfway up his lung too.
Right.
It's like it's been growing for like the seed sprouted. It's grown. It's been in there for at least over a month. Like it's crazy.
God,
Actually, wow.
that looks like some good months. So man,
Yeah, like,
that's
That wasn't-
pretty big.
That wasn't overnight.
Yeah.
The guy's doing a run around.
So there's his rib. So I guess it's probably like this big.
Yeah, but the seed sprouting.
Man,
that's just insane.
that's wild.
Would not like that pain. No.
No.
Thanks.
I guess that guy's blowing out oxygen.
Man, he probably was winning marathons and everything. He got oxygen growing inside of him.
That's probably why
Wow.
it started to affect him when it became moving around, and it was,
Dude, how do the roots take hold of him and then like, they actually like survive
Oh my
and thrived
God.
off of us? Like, isn't that the craziest?
So
I mean, I guess
the roots are literally deep. Oh my God.
it would have to be. It'd have to be
Dude.
attached
Yeah.
and weapon if it went through. It's insane.
And roots wood, the more it grows,
Yeah.
they keep growing. Oh wow.
that pain would suck.
All right.
Wow.
Speaking of trees, and you brought up apple trees.
Ooh.
Dude, one of my favorite thing when I visited an apple orchard is getting like their fresh apple cinnamon donuts. Dude, it's so
Bro,
yummy.
let's go.
Dude.
When you get the fresh ones, they're so soft. Like when you actually at the apple orchard, not just like the grocery store getting those same apple or donuts, excuse me, but right there when they're freshly made.
Oh my
and
gosh.
you can't find any better donuts.
Dude, apple bread or apple donut bread dipped in cinnamon sugar all the way around. Like,
Yeah.
They're soft, they're doughy,
Yeah.
and it pairs so well with
And it's straight from
apple
the
cider.
orchard.
Oh my gosh.
gotta
Yeah,
get fresh
speaking-
squeezed apple cider.
Yeah.
You can't
Yes.
get more fresh than that. Yeah.
Dude,
No.
you cannot get more
Ooh,
fresh
apple
than apple
cider is my favorite.
Apple
I
cider's
love
the
apple
shit,
Is
cider.
it your favorite, Sean?
Dude,
Because
you only can get it a few times a year.
dude, and I want to bring it right to you. You know, we do our beer review, and it is the season for the apples. You bring up apple cider, Matt. You're excited about it. I want to treat you to something, guys.
What do you mean by that, buddy?
So this comes all the way from Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Washington.
Nice.
Exceller, Shilling Cider House. It's an apple cider beer.
Cool.
I've had this before. About a year ago, they were talking about they're giving samples out. This guy got me to come in, try it out, and oh my gosh, I've had this since, and I'll pass this around. It's one of like your apple ciders that's not really gonna give you gut rot if you drink it. It tastes really good. There's no like after filler effects. This brand right here, they do 100% of fresh apples. 100% pressed apples.
Let's hope so. I love that for them. If they didn't, we'd be very upset.
And like the
question everything.
graphics.
This
on
is
the graphics
such
are-
a
I love the
cool
graphics.
can. Oh my gosh.
I love
the
dude,
can is
the giraffe
so
with like its space
cool.
helmet is so fun.
I love it.
Want to put one on?
They got rocket
on
ships,
the table?
a satellite,
Here, give me-
stars. Oh, they even got a alien ship that's
Oh.
abducting people.
Yeah.
The moon, another satellite. Someone standing on Saturn. That's so cool.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I've enjoyed the images. You know, like you said, giraffe. Would you
Bro.
say giraffe?
Bro, 8.4% on a cider.
Hello.
That is yeah.
And
Ooh.
normally when you
You only
see
need
a
a few
cider,
of these.
you see it like 5.5, right?
5.
So as in Cheers and Beers tradition and honor,
Huh?
what is it? It's time, boys.
Oh, it's time.
One drink and tell me what you think.
Cheers.
All right. Excelsior apple cider. Cheers, guys.
Dude, that is
Oh my
very
god, that is
appley.
so good.
It's so
It
good.
is- It's very appley.
Yeah.
Dude, my
Very.
saliva glands are going crazy.
Oh, the
right
glands
now.
are?
I know what you're saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very sweet. It's tart, but it's not overpowering.
No,
not overpowering at all.
It 484 too.
It says
It's insane.
semi-sweet. Oh, look at there's tart right there. Yeah, I saw that right away. But yeah,
For all them vegan and
good.
gluten-free audience out there, this is for you, man. Apple cider is a tradition. We brought it up for the season, man.
Yeah, I love that apple cider. It says, grab an Excelsior and blast off. This is 8.4%.
You will blast off with 8.4%.
Yeah, bro.
That's rocket
You
fuel.
will.
It's funny, Matt, because you said, "Oh, I took a sip in my glands," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, Matt just blasted off here."
Dude, I did. No, it's actually very good.
Nice.
It reminds me of Angry Orchard, but I like this a lot more.
Good. Yeah, Angry
really
Orchard
do.
kind of
Angry
will give you
Orchard is
gut
good.
rot after
Yeah,
2 or 3,
yeah.
and it's not as strong too. You know,
Wait,
this is
yeah.
Oh, that's
Way
cool.
to-
They got
way better.
like there's little scales at the side of the. Look on the other side of the can.
Oh, yep.
They got scales of sweetness, it's acidity, and bubbles.
Oh, that's yes, yep.
Very cool.
That's
Which
cool.
is about maybe 55% sweetness. Acidity is roughly, we'll say 70%.
75.
75 bubbles, 60.
Yeah,
Very
good.
cool.
Yeah, ever upward. So, I think it's time, boys.
All right.
Take a
We
drink
took a drink. Now
and tell me what you think.
I'm not an apple cider guy,
Yep.
but funny thing is, I'm not an IPA guy, and I gave that a low score. However, I like this more. So I'm going to give this a 7-1.
7-1.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Yeah, I'm not a big apple beer type guy either.
Ooh, apple
but
cider.
Apple ciders, like as of the drinks, they give me gut rot. This is the best one that I've ever had by
Wow.
far. Like,
Wow, that's
this
huge.
is so good.
Are we
Dude,
talking a
I'm
monster
like
score here?
This is a monster score.
Oh, it's gonna be.
And I know, like, you don't want to do too high of a score, but this is probably deserving because I've had enough to know.
And it's
9-1.
9-1.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, that
Dude,
is
this is like this is so good.
wow.
This is amazing.
That is a monster
That's a
score.
shot of
It's amazing.
Excelsior.
Wow,
Imperial apple. Like that. That's a big compliment to them.
that is huge.
You guys let us know if it was worth it.
Yeah,
Let us know if it's 9-1 to you.
dude, you gave it a 9-1. You gave it a 7-1.
7-1.
Right, dude. That's a monster score, dude. I'll agree with you too. I've had a lot of hard ciders in my day. I've never seen an 8.41, so I was surprised there. The taste, yeah, it's high, man. I'm gonna go. I think it's a drink that you would want to try. This is the best. If you ever have an apple cider, this is it. You have 2.
That's it.
You're having a great day. You have 2 of these. You're having a great day. Sorry guys. Let's see. Cool. I'm gonna go 8.2. 8.2. Just as an apple cider though, as a cider drink, you know, like we took it this way. I think that's the right way if we're talking ciders.
Got to say more somehow.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. It's great. Go cheers and beers, boys.
Cheers to beers.
You heard it
Thank
first.
you, Josh. This
Yes,
is fantastic.
Josh, thank you. Very cool beer, by the way.
Yep.
Shillings,
So
shout out to you
cool.
guys for killing it.
Yeah, the graphics designer.
Yeah.
Everything about the beer, by the way,
Yeah.
you guys killed it.
Such
Yeah.
a cute.
Filter.
Yeah, just so awesome.
It's so cute.
Everywhere.
It's
So
so
cute.
cute.
So cute.
It's
So
your
cute.
ass.
Let's
So
go.
cute.
Leave that in.
So check this out. So I went down to Iowa last weekend, and I noticed as I'm driving, the leaves were changing already. I
What?
was literally shocked that they're not like orange yet or red, but
Right.
you can tell the difference in the greens and they're getting that tint. And there was a couple that were like getting like almost yellow.
Dude, fall's here.
Already.
It's
It's
coming.
here.
It's
It's here.
coming.
It is such a
here.
beautiful view. Like you talk about trees changing, like the people up north with all the nature and the change in season. Like to see these leaves go from green to orange, red, just like apples, right? And then they fall off. You know, people go travel all the way up to north, like to see all the trees. It's so beautiful. You do all these different colors, red, white, and green. What did I say?
Red,
Red,
white,
yellow,
blue,
green,
blue,
yellow,
red,
orange,
white, blue.
all of them.
I just-
All of them. Yeah.
We know where
Really.
you're going.
Which country flag did it just name? 20 bucks
Like
for
pretty much
every-
all of them. Pretty much everyone.
Yeah. But yeah,
No,
no
did
fall colors.
You
dude.
brought up a really good point. Speaking of like, people go up north.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we all go to the North Shore.
Oh my God, I think I heard about this.
Have you seen like that? You were telling me about the other day.
The train.
The train. Like,
Oh
train
my
ride.
gosh,
they
yes,
do
the
like
train.
a fall leaves. What is it? You were telling me, but I don't remember very well.
You like do the you do
Yeah,
a train or
yeah. So
something?
they in just like for New Yorkers, they go to upstate New York. Watch all the leaves change up there. We go northern Minnesota, off of two harbors just north of Duluth. They have a train.
Yep.
It's called.
The weirdest random fact is in my head 6 hours.
It's a 6-hour train ride. Yep.
Yep.
And what is it called?
The two hard labors.
Ooh, the North Shore Scenic Railroad.
Yeah, railroad.
North Shore Scenic Railroad. Yep.
Dude,
So-
that is something that I have never done, and I'm doing this year. I'm
do it.
so
I-
excited.
That sounds very cool. Dude.
I've never
That's
did
gonna be
it.
such a cool thing.
You never done it?
I only found out like last year or two about it.
Well, I'll
and like
send you the
apparently
date if you
people
wanna
come
go.
all over from the US, even other countries even go to it. It's a hugely rated thing. September 15th, October 15th.
Dude, it's funny you say that because they just released the weather map of the colors that the leaves are going to change. So it tells you that the best time to go is literally the end of September, like
That's
September
so
30th.
That makes
You gotta
sense.
love that.
Yeah.
And then if
you
it's
gotta love
past
that.
October 10th, it's too late. The leaves are already
Oh.
fallen at the point.
So I wonder if that changes every year then. If they release a leaf
They
index,
prob-
it
yeah,
must
maybe.
change a little bit.
They probably can tell the
year to
difference
year.
between September 15th of this
Ooh.
year. Like, when
Yeah.
they know the colors, I'm sure. Like, okay, hey, now we've seen that little subtle change. Now it's coming. Maybe, I don't know, because how do they predict?
No,
so
well, they
far
got
away?
to because.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm thinking too,
Maybe
like
not.
this year was kind of in a drought. So wouldn't that make it change faster? Or does it only have to do with the cold?
It'd have to do,
What is it,
temperature. It's everything. The cold
I mean,
climate,
yeah,
right
a lot
there,
of factor.
It was the number 5 out of 10 things to do in the fall or something like that. Top 5 things to do.
No, it's the number 5. It's the number 5 train ride in the country.
Number 5 train ride in the country.
But that's for every because there's like train rides through the mountains are beautiful. But ours is specifically for the leaf changes.
Yeah.
Meaning it's the number 1 train ride for leaf
In
changing.
Minnesota, maybe.
Yeah, in
In
Minnesota.
the US, where else?
Yeah.
Where else
I
I got a
said
train
number
ride like
5.
that?
I
It would be
thought you
upstate New York
thought you
or
said
like
number
New
5.
Hampshire, Vermont.
It's crazy.
They have good.
Yeah.
But do they have a 6-hour train ride?
No.
Do
It's
y'all?
it's 6 hours.
Do y'all?
It's got to be there
Yeah,
and back.
6-hour trip.
It's got to be
3
there and
hours,
back.
3 hours back.
3 hours there, 3 hours back.
Where is it?
It looks like you have
Wait,
lunch.
You
and-
probably get
Did
lunch,
you see?
wine.
Did you see? Do we know the route it takes? Kind of curious.
Well, I know
Is
that
it just
it's,
straight North Shore, which is like north of like Duluth?
Yeah, I don't know.
All along the edge. For those who don't know, is North Shore is the edge of Lake Superior.
Yeah.
So, but I wonder if that's
I don't
the
know. I
whole
see
trip.
mountains in the picture.
Dude, I would love
Yeah.
to get off and go to like Black Sand Beach out there because it's so weird. It's like you think of like ocean, but it's like so Lake Superior is so big you can't see across it, and then you just got black sand, and it's like you're in the Midwest. It's like what's going on? Is this the ocean? But it's not. It's just
It's crazy. Yeah,
the biggest
it is
lake.
crazy.
It's crazy.
I
You know
love
it's not
Black
the ocean
Sand
when you
Beach.
jump in.
That's so pretty.
You've been
area.
there before?
Oh yeah.
That's so awesome.
Palisade Head is awesome.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
know
never
if I'm not pronouncing it.
I've never
correctly.
heard that. Yeah, it's on my bucket list to do.
Palisade?
Yeah.
I can never pronounce it correctly.
Yeah.
Sorry. 300-foot cliffs right up, just cut out from the glaciers, of course.
So
Not too
beautiful.
far away from Black Sand Beach. Again, North Shore, just drive that route, whatever
Yeah.
road that is. I don't remember. But man, gorgeous views. You couldn't ask for anything better. Like if you want to have a cool trip in Minnesota, make that a destinational spot. Like you have to make that a spot.
Absolutely. And then like the first class 2 harbors, it's so big that it's only open for 30 days.
Yeah, how cool is that?
That's crazy.
They just crush it in those 30 days.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just that big of a
apparently-
thing.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that big of a staple.
That's why. How did I never hear about this till like the last couple of years?
Yeah,
It's
and that's
so
probably why
odd
we
to
have
me.
over 100 apple orchards here. All the trees, baby.
Yep, a lot of
Imagine-
trees.
Yeah. I guarantee if you take that and you had your hand out, you probably see every apple tree.
Man,
They have them all-
do
they
you
all mapped
remember?
out.
Remember when you were a kid?
No.
Like as yeah, that's a long time ago for
It's a
you,
long time.
for your old ass. But I remember like when the leaves would fall, you would pick up them and like throw in the sky. Or, also like the rake piles.
Yeah.
I love like some of the neighborhood kids' families. They would pile them up and we literally jump off
Yeah.
their sheds into the leaves.
Dude,
I don't know. I just
Dude.
love the whole leaf thing. And then it was cool. Like even in school, I remember, school starts in September. So it's the fall and we did projects where like You make a
you put a piece of paper
like
over
a
the leaf,
maple
and you
leaf.
do the crayon.
Yes,
you do
yes.
the crayon, and it's like
Yes.
it's so
You do
crazy
that.
over the leaf,
Or-
the leaf itself.
Yeah, different things with the leaves that fall on.
And then it tells you like you get to do like
all the patterns of the leaf and stuff.
yeah,
Okay,
and
okay,
then
I
you get to
remember
see
that.
Okay.
different
I do
leaves,
remember,
just like
look at
different
that.
apples.
Yeah.
You know?
There's something up there still.
Yeah.
Nice try.
A little something.
Dude, I will tell you that, dude. Like you would just as a kid, like nobody now will ever experience this unless maybe a select smaller few, because like phones are a thing. But like going out and raking leaves, the reward of it is having that big pile. Dude, I just remember we had a huge yard. So raking up all those leaves was like just a huge big pillow. And you just jump in, next thing you know, your friend's like, where'd you go? Dude, it's it's so
really
iconic. And I don't think a lot of people are going to experience it, but like
No, that's one of the best things about I would honestly
Growing
say
up
like,
in our time.
Midwest.
Yeah.
Not even that, just Midwest.
Yeah,
in
the
general,
Midwest, because
growing up in our time
Yeah,
and being in the
that
Midwest.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had that specific time for
Yeah.
sure. Like where you're out there, like we're just at that cusp of where kids have stopped going outside as much.
Yeah.
Now they're on their phone all the time.
Yeah.
Like we grew up with, bikes fortunately still on the lawns. Like that's how you knew your friends were over or something.
Yeah.
And, you drop the bikes off in fall,
Dude.
whatever, go play ding dong ditch, you go play hide and seek, whatever. Like that was the thing to do in the fall.
Dude, that's so
It was
funny you
perfect
said
stuff.
that, because it's like I clearly remember that I was riding on my bike and there goes fucking like Tyler or like Ryan or even you outside just doing lawn work, like doing leaves, and you'd be like, what's up? Like, because you just bike with like friends, and then you like pick one up every like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You just travel around.
Yeah.
You do, and next
for
thing you know, you
sure.
got 6 kids and now you're going somewhere.
Yep.
Like, dude,
Yep.
and like it was a great time, and then it's like, yo, let's go jump in some leaves that we just did. Yo, if you hear that sound, you know what it is. AITA.
AITA.
Dude, and just because we are doing this whole season dedicated to Apple Orchard, Apple stuff, Apple information, everything's been really great. Dude, apple cider beer, boy. We got to do AITA about apples. And you know what's
about
better?
them apples?
How
Almost
about them
hockey season.
apples?
Puck, pass it away, Sean. Do the honors, baby.
All right. So, am I the asshole for buying the wrong Walmart gala apples?
Oh, it's a treat.
Is that really a question out here in the world? Let's
I know,
find
right?
out.
It's first world problems.
Yeah, where are we going with this?
First world problems.
So, my girlfriend sent me a text at work to buy apples and toilet paper at Walmart. When I got home from work and said that I was going to Walmart, she opened the fridge, pointed to a bag of apples, and said, "Can you buy 2 bags of gala apples from Walmart?" After getting the toilet paper, whose brand is apparently unimportant, I ran into a problem with the apples. When I go to Walmart instead of Kroger to get gala apples, they are normally in bins and bags, but the bin was empty. I asked a Walmart stocker if they had any gala apples that I was missing. She led me to a bin of unbagged apples. I was left with 3 choices. 1, return home with no apples. I assume this was clearly the wrong choice. 2,
Sorry, so funny. I'm glad he put this in there. This
all
is
you need
hilarious.
is it.
Yeah.
Bring home a different type of apples. I assume this was the most absurd choice. 3, fill 2 of the supplied bags with gala apples of ambiguous brand. This last bit was a bit difficult because I would have to match the quality correctly. As of all the other pre-bagged apples contained 3 bags, I assumed that she desired 6 bags of apples. I went with option 3. I estimated based on feel of the bags I filled compared with other apple bags that had 3 pounds. I did it twice to make 6 pounds. Bro, what?
Okay.
When I went to the checkout, I weighed the apples. It came out to 5.97, only a 0.5% error because he did the math, folks.
Okay.
Wow.
Look out.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty good. When
It's
I
not
returned with the
0.5,
groceries,
He's all proud.
very proud. When I went home with the groceries, my girlfriend said, "Why didn't you listen to me? You never listened to me. I said I wanted 2 bags of gala Walmart apples." I replied, "This is 2 bags of gala Walmart apples." She said they are not in bags.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay. All right, so
What
let's
is
digest
happening
this,
here?
guys.
What
so
is happening?
I have 2 questions. I have a question, right? So we're going through this, and thanks, Matt. I don't think she's mad about the weight of the apples. It even says that he got different apples. And if you're making like all right, if you're making any type of thing that you need the type of apple, you have tart sweetness. We just covered this.
Yes.
Right in our episode, like it is so important to get the right bag of apples. And I honestly think like, you know, some of his options, he could have added a fourth one. Go to the Kroger's and get the right apples. You know, and it's so hard because it's like you're doing nothing at this point, because if someone's asked, it's like saying, "Hey, do you need flour?" and you go ahead and go get baking soda or something. You know, I'm sorry, powdered sugar. A little
different. I mean, that one's
sorry.
Those are two different ones.
Way different.
If he just brings like a whole different apples,
yeah,
I think she can make it work. However, I will. This is obviously not in there, but I would say it's not that hard to look up apples like sweetness on a scale today. So if she went on gala and they weren't there, go find the next best thing. Real simple.
Well, it sounds like there's probably galas mixed in it. It sounds like this is a mixed grab.
Well, he says that there's no gala apples. There's just different options. And what he did is take a bag and fill it up with 5.97 of a bunch of different apples.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm sorry, she says, I wanted 2 bags of gala apple Walmart
apples. Not just apples. Like, it had to be that specific.
Yeah.
That's why I said, if he had just gone to the scale or whatever they call it, the measurement, and seen like, okay, so there's gala, and then you got right, a little bit sweeter. I don't know what direction it is, or a little bit more tart, whatever. He could have done that.
Right. And it's funny because I think he's trying to sell himself here because he's talking about weight, and it's 0.5% error. Like, I don't think she's mad about the weight, bro. It's not about the weight, brother. I think he's missing it, but
yeah.
It's a weird thing that some people get mad about. Like, it's just one of those quirks that you got your significant other, and like that's just maybe their ledge or ticking point. Like, or it could have been a build up for that matter. Who knows? Like where she was just like, she didn't really care about the apples. That was just the underlying issue, or that happened to be the issue. But underlying issues were there prior, and then she kind of just blew up on him maybe for that. And like, who knows? That's
but
me
that's
just reading
taken out of
into
context.
That's me reading. That's me reading into it. That's what I'm saying. Because that's a weird. That's why I say it. Because it's a weird thing to be mad about apples. Like,
well, I'm not trying to give too much away, but I slightly can agree. Like, there's certain things that you want to make with certain type of apples. It's like saying making green apple pie is like going to be too sour for you. The whole apple pie is going to ruin there's no point in even making the apple pie. So it's like there's no point even going to the store and getting the apples because you brought wrong ones. It's just like you want
to get like the we'll say I don't even know what the scale is for that matter, but let's just say for this point is crab apples are at the far left and we got the one that she wanted on the far right.
Yeah.
And now he just chose the far left one.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh,
that's
gonna ruin the thing, like, whatever she wanted to make.
Yeah. And like you said, you're like, you can make it work, but it's gonna taste so mediocre. It's like, why put in all this time?
It changes it for sure. I get that.
So, I think she's definitely making something. That's like a big issue.
Right.
Because like I know, like my mom makes the fierest apple pie
she does.
ever.
Shout out.
And but she gets them off the homestead, so this would never happen. But But yeah, I think I have a feeling this dude is in the wrong because he knows exactly what she's trying to do, because that's why he made his 3 options known, and that's why he's like even did the math to prove like how good of a job he did.
Yeah. Yes.
And I was only up by a 0.5 error.
I think this is it. I think I feel like we dissected this one really well.
I just don't understand why A, she's upset, and then B, that he was so like, I gotta go make a Reddit post about this, but here we are.
So here we are, and I'll start this out. Cheers to that. I honestly think so these are my 2 takeaways. I know what it's like if someone asks you to get a certain type of apple because they're going to make a certain type of thing. If you go to the store,
that's fair,
and you get the wrong apples, it's pointless. It doesn't matter what you bought; it's pointless. So,
or any ingredient for that matter, you replace that with right. I needed this, and you brought me X. Like I needed X, you brought me B. Whatever. Yes.
Yeah, it would be different if you got like the second best thing, but he said you got a mix of it. Mix it. So with that, I'm gonna say yes. You are an asshole. You wasted everybody's time. She asked for a certain amount. Maybe go to Kroger, like you said, and not Walmart. Or just spend the extra 20 minutes. Your life will be more peaceful. And whatever she makes, it's going to be 10 times better. But so he is an asshole. That's my take.
The belly could have got the reward.
Yep. Sean, what are you taking, man?
I am going to get the red X because he is the asshole, because he just, Yeah, she's definitely making a specific thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I do respect the fact that he tried, and also he's trying to get out of being in the wrong. What do you think, Matt?
Joke's on him because he's an asshole.
So is that what, Matt, you're taking, man?
Yeah, he's done.
Oh, wow.
Kick him out.
So we all agreed on this one
she
again.
honestly should probably break up with him.
And from what Josh said at the very beginning, first world problems.
First world problems. You brought the wrong apple.
There's a big argument. There's a big
you
deal.
Go to the store and buy apples.
Wow.
But yes,
literally go 10 minutes on a different angle and go get the right apples,
Just
brother.
go down the street somewhere else,
Yeah.
dude. You could have prevented so much headache.
Problem. And the
By the time you run this Reddit post.
Woo! R.I.P. Bob Barker. When you hear that sound, we're getting into the beer chug. We're getting into the spin the wheel. As beer chug honors, what do we say?
It is beer chug. Spin that wheel! Or click that button.
Click that button. It's all the same. Oh my gosh, Johnny says.
It looks like this, Maddie.
Maddie J.
Hey,
It's been a
Maddie G,
while.
you are
Been,
the big winner tonight. Congratulations.
Good, congratulations.
Did you come prepared with a
Win beer
speech?
chug.
Thank you, everyone. I will do what I can to make you proud.
All right, let's get it.
Don't let me down.
Let's go, boys.
What do they say? Just close your eyes and open your mouth, right?
And pray. Yep.
Hope.
Just go for it.
Just close your eyes.
jump in.
Open your mouth.
Just jump
Close
in.
your eyes. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Great job. Good
Woo,
one, Matt.
killed it.
Dude.
Woo, PBR.
Ooh. Matt, you killed it. And you know what else? Great sales, and it was killed.
Woo.
Apple orchards, everything we talk about. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. We love you. We
Appreciate
couldn't
y'all.
do this without you. Dude,
No, we couldn't.
And we will see you next time.
we will see you next time.
Take care, everybody.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.